Let's find the length of the hypotenuse C. 5, 12, 13. Recall that C squared equals A squared, which is 5 squared, plus B squared, which is 12 squared. C squared equals 25 plus 144, which is 169, and the square root of both sides, we have C equals 13. Now let's find X. This small triangle, we have short over medium, which is 2.5 over X, equals short over medium, which is 5 over 12. We're allowed to cross multiply, and so we have 5x equals 12 times 2.5, which is 30. Divide both sides by 5, we have 6. Now the faster way of doing this is to realize these are similar triangles, and when we half the shorter side, we're also going to half the other side, and this medium side used to be 12 for the larger triangle, so half of that is 6. We have another similar triangle problem. Notice the small triangle and the large triangle. So one way of doing this is thinking this is the short over the hypotenuse, 3 over 5, equals the short of the larger triangle, which is 6 over the entire hypotenuse is 5 plus x, or x plus 5. We're allowed to cross multiply, and so we have 5 times 6 is 30 equals 3 times this binomial, bracket x plus 5. We use distribution. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times 5 is 15. We subtract 15 from both sides, we get 15 equals 3x, and we divide both sides by 3, we get x equals 5. Now the faster way of doing this problem is to realize that the shorter side has been doubled. So therefore this hypotenuse side, when comparing 5 to the larger hypotenuse, should also be doubled. When we say what's double of 5, the result we know that the entire hypotenuse should be 10. 5 plus what is 10? We see the answer immediately is 5. Now let's try to find the height of this monster in real life. So the real height of this tall building, Burj Khalifa, is 830 meters tall. So we'll say that the real measurement, which is 830 meters, over the fake picture height, which is 6 centimeters, is equals to the real height, which is unknown, we'll call it h, of the monster, over the picture height of the monster, which is just 4.25. So we set up a proper proportion, and we should be able to solve for h. Let's cross multiply. We have 6h equals 830 times 4.25, which is 3527.5, and divide both sides by 6. We get approximately 587.9 meters. So this is our final answer. We don't really have to worry about units in this problem, as long as the numerator has the same units and the denominator has the same units. Let's find the side length of the large hexagon here. We're given that the perimeter of the small hexagon in this diagram is 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and the total perimeter is 12. That means that if we call this x, we know there's 6 x's equals 12 meters. Dividing both sides by 6, we have x equals 2 meters. So each of these sides are 2. 2, 2. And for the larger hexagon, these are the same. So we have 2 plus 2 is 4. So each side length in the larger hexagon is 4. So the perimeter of the larger hexagon is going to be 4 times 6. But answering this question, we have a length of 4. That's only one side. Now let's find the perimeter of the smaller hexagon. We previously found it as 12. And we're going to set up a ratio. The small to the larger perimeter, we said the larger perimeter was going to be 4 times 6 is 24 meters. And we can simplify this because this is essentially 12 divided by 24. We divide both sides by 12, we get 1:2. In other words, the perimeter of the smaller hexagon is 1/2 that of the larger one. Let's try one more problem for proportional reasoning. We have this nice triangle that somehow crosses to form a smaller triangle on the left and a larger one on the right. Now be careful. When we have this kind of crossing, and this here is our straight lines, this 9 is the longest side. I'm going to write long. But as this long side flips across this triangle, this x is now the long side of the smaller triangle. Whereas the 7 is the short. And this here is the short side of the smaller triangle. And this side is the medium, and this side is the medium length. So let's carefully set up a proportion. We have long over short, x over 5, equals long over short, which is 9 over 7. It would be a mistake to write 8 over 7. Now we can simply cross multiply. We have 7 times x is 7x, equals 5 times 9 is 45. Dividing both sides by 7, we have x equals 45 over 7 is the correct answer.